Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. The type of resonates, leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are a Lady Noble channel and you want to see what's up. As you see, I have the Divination board out today. We're going to do a one question, one answer, and then we're going to tap into the tarot. But before we do so, let's take 2 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, hold for 3 seconds, and then a slow but forceful release. Okay? Breathe in, release. Breathe in, release. Okay, I'll give you a moment to think of the question you would like to ask the Divination board. Okay, and now we'll begin to swing the pendulum. Okay, the consistency that I have collective is January, August, Leo, Aquarius, Monday, and Thursday. The consistency I have collective is January, August, Leo, Aquarius, Monday, and Thursday. Okay, so take that into account according to the question that you answered, and let's tap into the tarot. Okay? Hope you all are doing wonderful and feeling great. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Hello, hello, hello there. All right. Okay, say absolutely sure we see. Okay. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the first card that we have here is the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords and also Gemini energy along with the Mars energy here. And so with the Nine of Swords, the Spirit is saying this may be a time where you are experiencing something that could be uncomfortable for you, something that you're not in agreement with. This could be a decision regarding a child in your family, a niece, a nephew, a sibling, maybe a child of your own, maybe you're co-parenting with someone, or this could be a decision within a family regarding maybe someone who is elder, someone who needs to be taken care of or assisted. This could also be involving someone who could have some form of disability, someone who needs a caretaker or needs supervision, someone who is not either a full independent adults or they require assistance, in order for them to have a life of independence. They require to have assistance. And so there could be some kind of decision making taking place, some kind of, I see a family coming together, maybe trying to decide where the child or this person, put the story where it resonates for you, it's different for everyone watching, where they're going to live, maybe making decisions about this person's future as they move forward, as far as where they're going to live, are they going to partake in employment? This could also be a decision about schooling, whether this person is going to further their education or take up some kind of training program. This could also be a family or maybe a parental figure in search of resources for their child or for their loved one if someone is disabled as well, okay? And so this Nine of Swords energy, this is the energy of just feeling stressed and overwhelmed, and you're feeling like you're ready to be through with it already. You're like ready for it to be over with. Maybe you have been searching for resources for a long time, and you feel like you're not being accommodated, or you're not being able to locate or look for what is needed for your loved one personally, whether this is recreational, a living situation, or employment, or some kind of training or skill. And so, remain optimistic, even though you are not being satisfied with the resources that you are being offered or you are finding. Spirit is saying that, rejection is redirection in all situations. And so you are being redirected constantly, meaning the doors are being closed constantly, not to stress you or overwhelm you, but you will find the proper housing, schooling, resources, or employment for your loved one. Okay. Or this could also be someone that collective, that is experiencing this. But this Nine of Swords uh, is represent, feeling overwhelmed or stressed out about the matter, just ready for it to be over with, because the decision making is not just on you. You could be co-parenting, like I said, with another parental figure, and so the decision has to be made between you and another person, or you and a group of people. And so it's like you have to see eye to eye, and you have to be in agreement of whatever resources that you find. Okay. And so, possibly also, with that being said, collective, you may have come across some programs or some kind of resource that will help this child or this loved one or this friend, but the other person isn't in agreement. And so it's like, okay, let's find something that we both like. And so that's what can be causing the Nine of Swords, finding it hard for the other parties to be in agreement with the resources or what's required. Okay. The next card we have here is the World card. Okay. And so Spirit is saying, with the World energy here, yes, things are changing for you as you move forward, as well as for your loved one, whether this is a child or someone who is disabled, who has some kind of disability. Yes, expect things to change. Things will change as people get older, as they move forward. And there are different requirements and desires, even for those who are disabled. Different resources, different accommodations will be needed for their daily living. And Spirit is saying for you to breathe deep. Don't be so hard on yourself. No one is perfect. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because you are. How can I say this? You are a main source in this person's life. Okay, whether this is a child or a family member, you are someone who's very close to them. You're very important. You're very valuable. They are very valuable. And so Spirit is saying, make sure that you don't become overwhelmed or stressed. Yes, their world is changing, and so is yours. But it's a need for you to find a way to release your anxiety. Do not allow these situations to stress you moving ahead. There will be many decisions that will need to be made. And it is possible for you to go through this process. This is part of your journey and your purpose. You were chosen to be in this person's life, whether you are the parental figure, an aunt, an uncle, a godparent. It was written in the stars. This is part of your mission. This is not a mistake for you to be part of this person's life, to assist them and make sure that they, get the proper resources. But do not let it overwhelm you. Do not stress yourself out. Make sure you're getting rest. You're eating, drinking your water, doing what you have to do. Take care of yourself. Spirit wants me to convey that. Okay? Take care of yourself. Do not let the ways of the world overwhelm you. We all have things that we are dealing with on a daily basis, that could become nerve-wracking, get on our nerves, but we have to woosah and breathe deep, let go and let flow. And sometimes you have to just take a break from it all, even if it's 24 hours, and just surrender and have some time to yourself. Go for a walk, meditation, prayer, journaling, affirmations, listening to music, dancing, or just having that moment of silence. If you can't have a whole day, maybe you can get an hour to yourself, Uh, yeah, but going for a walk would really help you clear your head. And so Spirit wants you to find a way to not get so overwhelmed, because I'm picking up someone who's very passionate, and you become so upset that you sometimes break out into tears. You have a lot of moments where you're crying, and it's so much pressure because you want the best, for your loved one, but at the same time you're concerned, you're worried. And so Spirit is saying, stay present, stay grateful, and trust that there's a higher power working for you on your behalf and also your loved ones. Just take it one day at a time. All we can do, no matter who we are, is what we can and surrender the rest. You are one person. You have two hands. You can only do what you can do. Do your best and surrender the rest. Okay. Trust that there will be a positive outcome. Okay. And so, in everything, you don't have to understand how everything is going to work right away. That's for someone. The next card we have here is the Queen of Cups. And this is water energy. And as I said, you could find yourself being very emotional over this person, over this loved one, especially if this is someone with a disability. You could find yourself being overwhelmed as their life changes, as they progress and move forward, and their accommodations are needing to make adjustments, and Spirit wants you to keep a positive mindset. So there could be a need for you to incorporate, collective, something in your daily life that is comfortable for you, because everything doesn't work for everyone, that works for you, that is uplifting for you. Incorporate something in your life, whether it's daily or weekly, to bring your energy up, and something that is healthy to motivate you. It'll be like a little reward, okay? Whatever that is, find out what that something is that could give you a boost. Okay, make sure it's something healthy as well, okay? Something for your highest good. That's for someone. Mhm. I'm hearing positive energy only, okay? Especially if you are the parent or a guardian of someone who is disabled. It could be very challenging. It could be very stressful from time to time. Not because the person is stressing you out, it's just being concerned about their well being and being constantly concerned with, are you making the right choices, as well as having a knowing of the world that we live in. Okay? And so everything is where it needs to be, and they're going to be just fine, and so are you. Confirmation. Okay? The next card we have here is the Four of Coins. And so with this Four of Coins energy, this is sun energy here. And I'm picking up, this is Capricorn energy here as well. And I'm picking up that possibly you could be someone who has also been looking to maybe savings for this loved one, putting money to the side. Maybe you're setting up a will, a living will. You're making plans for if something was to happen, maybe someone was to transition, that it would be something in writing of your last request of what you would want to occur with your child or with your estate. I'm picking up on someone putting money to the side for the future of their loved one. Okay. And so your heart and your mind is in the right place, but Spirit is saying make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're doing the right thing, and make sure you're just pacing yourself. You don't have to move at a haste. You don't have to allow yourself to get so stressed out and overwhelmed that you're feeling this energy of this Nine of Swords, that you are feeling burdened or stressed, or you're arguing with loved ones over this person or the other parental figure. You're going to have to compromise. I'm picking up that maybe one of you are more stubborn than the other. Someone could be being spiteful. You want to make the choices that are more beneficial for your loved one, and the other parental figure wants to do things to be spiteful towards you. And so Spirit is saying that's out of your control, but there is something that is going to be done about that. I don't know if someone is going to have a talk with them, maybe telling them, hey, you need to make choices that is best for the child or best for this loved one. It's not about you trying to get even Steven with your ex. It's about making the right choices for this person's future, okay, and their well-being. Okay. And so next card we have here is the Three of Wands. We have the sun energy again. You will regain your peace and your happiness. You will find that place of peace. Life is about ups and downs, like a roller coaster. One moment you're up, the next moment you may be feeling down, but you can trust and know that you will always be able to recalibrate your energy. So with the Three of Wands, representing waiting for your ships to come in, this energy here is representing you regaining your happiness and your stability, and just resting and rejuvenating with the Three of Wands, and resting assured and knowing that everything is a-okay. So you will experience that place of peace once again. Okay. Yeah, someone is going to it's not you, collective, maybe someone in the family or someone that you trust. This could be someone who is close to the other parental figure, someone is going to intervene and have a conversation with this person about being spiteful when it comes to making decisions or co-parenting with you. That they should be mindful of the choices and why they are making the decisions, and make sure they're not making choices to be spiteful. Someone is going to let them know that that is wrong, and it's going to put them in a reflection mode. I'm not getting a date or time, but someone is going to have a talk with this person. hmm And they're going to actually listen to them, because I'm picking up this person, when you try to explain the same thing, maybe they're less likely to listen to you. Okay. Mm. Someone is going to, let them know and inform them that the things you are doing is not hurting your ex, is not hurting the other parental figure, but you want to make sure you're not leaving this loved one or this child in the energy of the Five of Cups. Feeling sad, being without, not being comfortable, not being stable, especially if this is someone with a disability, not being in proper living conditions, or being blocked off from receiving resources that they can really utilize for their well-being and their growth and their development. Okay, so I'm picking up someone, they could be a teenager, okay? Maybe a teenager graduating from high school, maybe a young adult who's just getting older, and, the accommodations are starting to change, okay? And so the next card I have here is the Four of Cups energy, Cancer energy here. And so, yes, this person is going to, they're very much in their emotions, they want to be resistant. I'm picking up that there could be maybe deadlines for certain resources that you are applying for. And maybe this person wants to be intentionally resistant, knowing that, maybe it got to be turned in next week, or turned in 2 or 3 days. But instead of complying, they are deliberately, but this energy is going to stop, it's going to dissipate. So hang in there, don't throw the towel in, hold your peace, collective, and take care of yourself. Do not allow their actions to overwhelm you, because it looks like this person is doing this to hurt you. They're actually hurting this child or this loved one, but they want to disturb you. They want to see you in this Nine of Swords. So this would be a good time for you to be going to some prayer, some meditation, find a way to redirect your energy, but yeah, I'm picking up this someone. They're not saying who is going to talk to them, let them know, it makes no sense to try to hold out and be spiteful. What you had with your ex is over, it is gone, and don't penalize your child. Don't penalize your loved one, okay? This could also be siblings battling over an elder that is being taken care of in the family, okay? Maybe both siblings have guardianship, or their power of attorney over a loved one, okay? What else collective need to know regarding these resources, this loved one? Mm-hmm. Okay. The next card we have here is the Two of Wands, okay? And we have this fire energy here. And with the Two of Wands energy here, the decision has been made, the council has spoken. Spirit is saying that this person could possibly be forced. I'm picking up maybe there's some kind of court that is involved, or some kind of court who has established 50-50 guardianship or power of attorney over this child or this loved one or this estate. Put it where it resonates. I'm picking up the decision has been made with the Two of Wands. It's been confirmed. Spirit and source, the ancestors, are moving things in spaces and places that the human eye does not understand at this time. A decision is being made, possibly, that one of these parental figures, the one who is refusing to be compliant, could be removed from power of attorney, could be removed from the legal guardianship, or having a say so in their life. This friction, okay, now it's coming. This friction that they are giving you with this Nine of Swords, deliberately delaying When you apply for resources, I just mentioned some of these resources, when you apply for them, you have a deadline to respond. And this person is deliberately taking their time turning in paperwork or things as simple as just signing their signature. And so Spirit is saying, with the Two of Wands here, there could be a court, a guardian, someone's involved. There's someone legally involved in some kind of court proceeding is going to take place. Their guardianship or power of attorney rights could be removed. And so for you to don't throw in the towel, collective, stay patient, stay peaceful, take care of yourself. Do not allow this situation to overwhelm you. You keep doing your part and things are working out for you. Even when you feel like you may be saying, well, it's been a whole lot of years and I've been tolerating this and it's so stressful. But guess what? Everything that this person has been doing, it's been building and creating a momentum to create stress for you. And as I always inform the collective, what comes out must be returned. So the momentum that they have created towards you, trying to make things stressful for you, they are now being prepared, unbeknownst to them. They have no idea it's coming. It's coming. Their guardianship and their rights are about to be removed. I'm also picking up you've made complaints, you've made reports to the court. Judge, I've done my part. I'm just waiting for the other party. Your Honor, I've done my part. So the courts are aware of this. Source is aware of this as well. And their rights are about to be removed. Okay? So either you'll just be left with the responsibility, or I don't know if someone else will be put in that place, but their rights are about to be removed. But see, we have the Seven of Coins, and see, it's time to start building and stop playing. It's time to apply and put in the work. Not saying that something is going to run out or be in lack, but it's time for the nonsense to stop. I'm picking up on someone who has taken you through this for many, many of years. And this could be the other parent, like I said, a family member. This could be two siblings. This could be a niece and nephew, maybe spatting over uncles or aunts, power of attorney or estate. This has been going on too long, and it's time to, finalize. The decision has been made with the Two of Wands. It's time to plant seeds that will help this loved one to be comfortable and go ahead and live their life with consistency. Because I'm also picking up there's been a lot of interruptions where a lot of court documents have had to be filed regarding this situation, trying to establish and get some kind of help or assistance so that things will be a little more smoother and more consistent in this person's life. This is creating a interception of the well-being of this child or this person who is disabled. So the courts are preparing to remove this person's guardianship. Someone is analyzing and looking at the paperwork and the complaints have been filed. And they're seeing the repetition, of what's happening and taking place. And so all that they thought that they were inflicting on you, they're actually inflicting it on themselves, okay? They will not be happy when this happens, okay? With the King of Swords here. They will not be happy when they receive this news, but there's nothing they can do about it. Spirit is saying for you to hold your peace. They may scream, yell. They may want to get into a little spat. Let them scream and yell at themselves. Keep your peace and hold your composure, collective. That's how you win. Do not get into the courts, because this person is going to be very angry and they may get to screaming or yelling. They may even get thrown out of the courtroom, okay? But either way, it's going to work out for you just fine. This person is going to be removed. Okay? And so the final card that we have here is the King of Wands. And this King of Wands represents you, sitting on your throne and being able to rest and rejuvenate after a long battle, of spatting with someone who wanted to be spiteful towards you, who wanted to strike out at you rather than have their mind and their heart focused on taking care of this person that needs their guidance, that needs their love, that needs their support, that needs someone who has clarity, and the right faculties, mental faculties to make the right choices for their well-being. This person was given the privilege and opportunity, to make decisions. And I'm also picking up, this is someone who demanded and begged to be recognized. And, I want 50-50 custody, or I should be power of attorney. And once it was given to them, they abuse it and misuse it. And so now it will be taken away from this person. So trust and know that this too will pass and you will be back at your place of peace. Later.